Oh boy. Well, that was a very quick trip home. I got here on Friday, thanks to my lovely assistant Chris, who picked me up from Ventura and drove me here to Shaver. Then he and I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, went up to China Peak to get some shots on the mountain of the nice flat light with some of our friends. We were up there all day because there was the fireworks at night and like a bunch of stuff, a bunch of festivities, which is why I came home. Then last night I stayed at my house at Runaground Ranch, which we are renting to our friend. I didn't want to invade her space, but she's like, no, come sleep over. So we had a sleepover. So I'm very appreciative that I got to wake up here at my house that I've never really spent a whole lot of time at, because if you remember, we literally bought the house, lived in it for maybe like 3 weeks, and then went back to the boat. So we didn't get a whole lot of time here, but it was nice to see our house cat, Mikey Boo Boo, who is the cat that came with the house. He's half feral, but still remembered me, so it was very sweet. I fed him a lot of food, gave him some love, and told him that we'll be back soon, but not too soon because we have a lot of sailing to do. So I'm gonna get on my way, head down to Ventura, and make my way back towards Avocet. So that's it, let's go.
It was an easy 4-hour drive back to Ventura, where I caught the shuttle to LAX, then boarded my flight back to Loreto, where I thankfully left the rain in California. I got to see your land brother. Do you remember land life? Cleo was quick to welcome me home, and inside, Chris left a note for me on the bed. He had flown out right after I flew in. We literally passed each other in the airport, separated by customs. With Chris gone, I had no desire to cook, so Peter and I enjoyed dinner in Marg's at the restaurant ashore.
Well, today is a bit of a sad day because after about 2 months of hanging out together, Peter is sailing away. It's gonna be weird. We've been buddy boating for a while and we've seen him, throughout the summer, and this is his first step in crossing the Pacific. So he has a big journey ahead of him. The first thing he really has to do is get to Banderas Bay, into Cruz, be a part of the Pack Voy, which is a free gathering put on by our friends for anyone who is crossing the Pacific. So he needs to make those steps, so he just has all of the resources necessary to make this journey happen, especially since he's doing it by himself. We are so proud of him. We're proud of the person he is, the growth he's shown in the past year, all of the challenges he's overcome, and we cannot wait to see where this journey takes him. But first, I gotta go pick him up because he needs to get his laundry because he forgot it on shore yesterday and he already stowed his dinghy, so self-growth, baby.
If I cry.
You don't cry, it's not content. Take that from Elena.
I'll see you soon. Not goodbye, just see you later.
You're gonna be fine. I have faith in you. Little faith, but faith nonetheless.
We masked the emotions with humor as always, but knew that this was a big moment. It was the first time Peter would be truly sailing alone, without friends by his side, and he would be sailing into a completely new part of Mexico. Luckily, our friends Max and Karen were waiting to welcome him in La Cruz, the best way they know how. But more on that later. Here's where things started to get interesting for me. It might sound absurd to say that I felt stranded in paradise, but in the following days, I felt like I was deteriorating inside of Avocet. I was counting down the days until Chris returned, and I was so excited to welcome him home.
Hi guys! I'm gonna be so real with you. I don't have enough footage to bridge the gap to tell the rest of the story, so I'm just gonna have to tell it to you like this. Basically, Chris got home and I was so excited to get moving again. Peter had made it safe and sound to La Cruz, and our friends Max and Karen were taking great care of him, which resulted in some pretty funny videos. Additionally, we had a lot of other friends there that were preparing to cross the Pacific, and I wanted so badly to be there with them before they did because I didn't know when we would see them again. However, while I was craving the cruise and civilization, Chris still wanted some more isolation and to explore a few more islands in the Sea of Cortez. As you can imagine, these two different ideas became a bit of an argument. After several debates, Chris and I set our course towards mainland and embarked on our third ever Sea of Cortez crossing.
We're going to mainland! Chris is having a little anxiety because last time we crossed the Sea of Cortez from Cabo over, shit happened. So he's a little moody.
As for our 3-day passage, I wish I could offer more details, but for once we decided to refrain from taking notes, taking photos, and taking videos, giving ourselves grace and space to reconnect with each other after time apart, as well as alleviate some of the stress that was weighing on us. On our final day at sea, the familiar outline of Chacala was off of our bow and glowing in the afternoon light. It was so reminiscent of our first introduction to this magical place nearly an entire year prior, before we knew what love and adventure waited for us just around the bend. I sat on the bow and cried when the smell of jungle reached me and the various shades of luscious green trees came into focus. The Baja Desert is beautiful in its own way, but my 20-minute cry cemented the fact that I am definitely a tropics person. With the anchor set, we settled in for the evening, excited for the days to come. We reflected on our own passage, made new goals for the week, and discussed ways to strengthen our communication going forward. Next on Sailing Avocet.